Last night, Donald Trump was on the stump in the Philadelphia area. The city of brotherly love is, of course, in the electorally crucial state of Pennsylvania. And in unveiling a new approach on child care and family leave, the Donald depended on some daughterly advice. Miranda Kahn has more.
Thanks, JD. Donald Trump unveiled his new child care plan last night, but he didn't do it alone. He used what many consider to be one of his best weapons and the fight for the female vote.
At my own business, since inception, I've offered 8 weeks paid leave.
Using what many perceive to be one of Trump's greatest assets in helping him grab the woman's vote.
I see the women who I just met in the front row are very happy about that.
Ivanka Trump made the media rounds today touting her father's new child care plan for American families.
So we had a very comprehensive plan for how to make child care more affordable, more accessible. We were very excited about it.
Ivanka and her father unveiled the details of their proposal last night in Philadelphia.
Our plan will bring relief to working and middle-class families.
Included in that plan?
The first part of my child care plan allows for every parent or family in America, including adoptive parents and foster parent guardians, to deduct their child care expenses from their income taxes. That's a first.
It also guarantees 6 weeks paid maternity leave. That's half the time proposed by Hillary Clinton. It also doesn't include leave for fathers.
And my opponent has no child care plan.
Gave a more strategic and, shall we say, soft-mannered response.
You know, respectfully, the Hillary Clinton has been around for decades, and there's no policy benefiting either mothers or fathers in terms of paid leave.
While Trump didn't go into great detail about the cost of his new child care plan, some critics have labeled it as being Democratic-like and a blatant attempt to reach women voters. JD, back to you.
Thanks, Miranda. It's okay to reach voters. It's just there are some details that may be a bit troublesome to conservatives. Let's talk about it now as we're joined from Newsmax New York by attorney and political commentator Sam Nunberg. And along with Sam tonight, we are pleased to welcome in someone who absolutely knows business and is sure enough a lady. The founder of the mergers and acquisitions firm Seiler Tucker, business expert Michelle Seiler Tucker. It's good to have you both tonight on Newsmax Prime. First of all, let's take a look at how the child care costs and the plans compare between Mr. Trump and Mrs. Clinton. Under Hillary, as Miranda made clear, there's allegedly 12 weeks of paid family leave for both moms and dads at 2/3 their salary. You see, for Trump, 6 weeks of paid maternity leave for moms. Cost of child care in the Clinton plan capped at 10% of a family's income. Child care cost in the Trump plan tax deductible via earned income tax credits. The Hillary plan goes back to the old saw. You pay for it by raising tax on the wealthy. The Trump plan says dependent care savings accounts would be tax-free. The Trump people also cite what they say are savings from going in and cutting out waste and fraud in terms of our employee insurance, unemployment insurance, I should say. To both of you who are gainfully employed, first to you, Michelle, what about the Trump plan? Do you think it's enough to pull a significant portion of the women's vote away from Hillary Clinton?
You know, I don't know if it's enough to pull the voters away from Hillary Clinton. I think it's a good idea. I own multiple companies, and I help business owners all the time come up with different plans to treat their employees well and to, you know, ensure that their employees are going to be loyal and stay with them. I think that it's a good start, and I know Donald Trump personally. I love Ivanka Trump, and I think it's great to get her out there speaking more so that she can connect with the women voters. I think that's what he needs.
Sam, you are a political strategist, and Michelle hit on something that I don't mean to divorce policy from the optics of politics, but just the fact that Donald is out there with his daughter saying, here's a woman I listen to, here's a plan that could work. Will that help Donald Trump with the women's vote?
Well, first of all, I just want to say this has been a pet project of Ivanka's for a very long time, and I'm glad that Donald finally talked about it in the campaign. I do think, JD, that this will be a net plus for Donald. I think it's good for him. You know, he has a policy. Obviously, Hillary Clinton and the Democrats always offer more. It's unrealistic. They want to add to the debt. They'll just tax the rich, which obviously hurts the economy. At least Donald's making the effort here. Now, I understand there is a lot of criticism in conservative circles, but we're in the general election here, and we can't just simply be the party of no, no, no all the time. You know, we stand hard on immigration. We stand hard on not cutting defense. We stand hard on not raising taxes. We have to be able to offer things to people, and this is a changing world. And I actually think that this can help Donald where he's losing. He's losing with married women. He's losing with educated women. He's losing in those exurbs and suburbs. And if he doesn't perform well there, he can't win Pennsylvania. He can't win Virginia. So let's see what happens. I do think this is very good. I was very happy to see it, and I think it's a net plus for the campaign.
Well, I can appreciate that. And again, let me amplify what I said earlier, and it's borne out by the reporting of the Washington Post. The way Donald Trump wants to pay for this maternity leave, he insists it will not cost taxpayers anymore. It comes from eliminating fraud, waste, and abuse in the unemployment insurance program. But I just have to ask you, Michelle, unemployment insurance, is there that much waste? A lot of people have been out of work for a long time. Can you really find the savings there?
You know, I'm not sure. I believe that you can. I think that there's a tremendous amount of waste with government spending. And, you know, it's my own company. I mean, we have such a hard time finding employees. You know, everybody says that employees are out of work. And I would tell you, in all of the businesses that I work with, we are all hiring, and we're all having a very difficult time trying to find employees. So I don't know if it's going to help or hurt.
Well, and we'll just do a sidebar right here. Michelle needs you if you're qualified. She's hiring. Now, Sam, good. That is good news to hear. So obviously you are thriving in your business. The business of politics and in terms of political philosophy, my old pal Mark Levin, conservative radio host and constitutional attorney that he is, went on his program last night, and he was not a happy camper about this. Here's what Mark had to say to his audience.
Do you think the federal government should pay for 6 weeks maternity leave? Isn't this something the Democrats have been pressing for years? In other words, do you think you should pay for 6 weeks maternity leave? Trump is a liberal. And I've told you this before. Even though he has some conservative positions, he's not a conservative. Well, Mark, you're going to vote for him because he's not a Marxist. Now, that said, I'm going to continue to criticize him.
All right, so we note that very quickly. Sam, you're familiar with these fights between moderates and conservatives. Is Levin's criticism warranted? Very quickly.
It certainly is warranted, and I think that this is a political calculation, and I think 100% I'm a conservative. I don't agree with the policy. I think in the perfect world we don't have it, but, you know, we're trying to win an election here. We're against the first female candidate of a major party. He's going to have to do what he has to do. Let's see what he actually does, JD, if he's elected president.
Michelle, you were talking about Donald Trump, and part of his appeal is his unpredictability in some sense, so we see it in a sense with this child care policy. But something else happened earlier today as Mr. Trump appeared on Dr. Oz's program. Initially, there was an expectation that Donald would not share his medical records, but then this happened.
Should I do it? I don't care. Should I do it? Yeah, it's 2 letters. One is the report, and the other is from Lenox Hill Hospital.
May I see them?
Saying, yeah, sure.
So these are the report. This is from.
Those were all the tests that were just done last week.
And so, Dr. Oz people put it out there like the tease. The program is scheduled tomorrow. Michelle, you get the last word. After the trouble Hillary has had the week with her health questions, is this absolutely the right move from Donald Trump? 10 seconds.
Well, I think it is. I think that Donald Trump is very, very healthy. Like I said, I know him personally. I've been around him. I think he's very healthy. I think he needs to prove to American people that he's very strong and he's very capable of running this great country, just like he has his great businesses. And I think he does need to show his.
And we will have to leave it there. Michelle and Sam, you have our thanks.